wrong team left. The wrong team left!
YouTube, Ed coming back with a Mail Day recap video. As I alluded to on a live stream with Big Scott 35, I have not really been picking up too much lately. But in this video, I got a couple cool cards that I do want to show off for the collection. I actually checked my eBay recently. I haven't made any purchases since the second week of March. And then the Chamonix Mall card show was this past week. I wasn't able to attend it, unfortunately. A couple of my dealer friends who I always buy from didn't set up at the show because I was asking Mike O, who did go. But yeah, recently just haven't been purchasing too much. Not for lack of interest, just haven't had the time to properly search out what I want to get. And also been finding, I kind of want to maybe put the funds towards card shows instead to see how they play out, because I've been running into a lot of dealers who have been really aggressive and wanting to move cards in person and make a lot of deals. But do have a couple cards here for the collection. If you didn't check out my last video, I picked up a card that I find incredibly fascinating. It's the 1940 E151 Cracker Jack of the Supermarine Spitfire, which is, I'm showing in the back there. Just a really, really cool card with tons of ties to actual world history, especially if you know your World War II history. 1940, the Spitfire, the release of that card, just really, really cool historical ties. So I was really happy about that one. Do also have another historical non-sports card that I'm looking forward to showing off. Spoilers a little bit in the background there. But first, let's show off the baseball pickups. So I bought this from the same seller quite a while ago. These are both Phillies pickups. These were super cheap. Did a little combined shipping deal. Just some cheap Phillies autographs for the collection. The first one here, this guy is no longer on the Phillies. They pretty much traded him to nobody for the Pirates. But this is out of Stadium Club. He's having a pretty decent season so far for the Pirates. This is Bailey Falter, so left-handed starting pitcher. He's had a couple pretty decent starts so far this year for the Pirates. But the Phillies traded him last season for utility infielder Castro, and he really didn't make any impact on the team whatsoever. So they basically just kind of gave him up for nobody. But love the photography of Stadium Club. That's a cool card for the Phil's PC. And then next, this was the main card I wanted from the seller, and he had it for a great price. It was $12. This is the Topps Archives fan favorite. This is in the 1964 Topps design of Jason Worth. So really sweet card there with the 64 Topps design. He was a big part of the 2008 World Series team for the Phillies. He had a really great season in 2009, especially in the 2009 playoffs. Just a really solid stint with the Phillies, and then he signed with the Washington Nationals. The Phillies probably should have re-signed him. He did get a mega contract from the Nationals, but he was just kind of a key part of those Phillies teams from 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010. And then when they lost him, they never truly replaced him, unfortunately. But Jason Worth, awesome player. Next, pickup for the Soto collection. This is a card I've been wanting to add. I have added to the collection raw, but I wanted to get a gem mint example in the collection. I actually have two of these raw that I was planning on sending to PSA. They've been sitting in my pile since 2020. Just never got around to submitting them. And shout out to Bart's Cards, because he is the one that put this card on the map for me, made me aware of it. This is the Throwback Thursday of Juan Soto from 2019 Topps with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles design. So I remember as a kid opening up tons of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards and putting that set together. So the fact that they made a Soto in that Throwback Thursday from 2019, that kind of sealed the deal for me. And like I said, I have a couple of these raw, but don't have any graded examples. So wanted to get the gem mint example. And this card was pretty pricey for a while, was over $100. But like all things, has come down. Was able to snag this for under $50. I think I got it for $45 all in with tax and shipping. So really, really happy about that. Patience paid off there. So the Juan Soto Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Throwback Thursday. And the last card here, this is the R129 American History. This is a series of 48 cards. This is perforated. I believe this card is in really, really, really rough condition. This is a PSA 2. I don't think this would get a 2 if you regraded it now. But not many of these cards have been graded. They're from the 1930s. So this is the General Sherman, the Shermanator. But not a card you see every day. I think PSA's only graded 2 or 3 of these. The seller had this up there for $80. Kept sending him an offer for $70 and he kept declining it. Then he relisted it at $70 and sent me an offer for, I think it was $60. And I accepted the offer that was sent out. Now, I was watching this card for well over 6-7 months. So it worked out. There's the back of the card. As you can see, there's a lot of paper loss at the top there. Maybe this card was in the southern part of the United States, which is why it has all that paper loss. But as you can see, this is one of a series of 48 cards, General Sherman. It was under General Sherman that the U.S. troops sung the now famous song, While We Go Marching Through Georgia. He was born in 1820 and died in 1891. Grant's also in this set. So is Robert E. Lee. And I'm not sure if Meade is in the set. I also think Stonewall Jackson's in the set. So as far as the Civil War is concerned, there's not too many Civil War generals that are in this set. But a neat looking card. Again, not something you see every day. Of the Shermanator, one of the all-time great American generals. So that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for watching the video. Again, I did a live with Big Scott 35. If you guys want to go check that out, we're talking about the corporate takeover of the hobby a little bit. It was a fun discussion with me, Scott, and Mike O. And just to reiterate what I said in that video, and I've been reiterating in the last couple videos, if you submerge your cards in chemicals, if you're soaking your cards, that's alteration. Not a controversial take, it's alteration. So, don't soak your cards.
Good.